Tonight, I'll be reading you some gentle, dreamy nonsense. Poems that don't quite make sense, but that's the point. They're full of soft words, sleepy sounds, and just enough whimsy to keep your mind from holding on too tightly. You don't have to follow along. In fact, I hope you don't. Just let the words drift past you like clouds, floating in and out of meaning. So, get cozy, close your eyes, and let the soft sounds guide you into rest. Let's begin. The Alphabet of Dreaming, a lullaby of letters. Azu's air ascends, aloft and alive. All around, alderfluff always arrives. Anxious ants ambled, aching and aware, as they ask, are all things actually fair? Bumble-snatch bounces, brushing beside, babbles of bliss beneath breezes that glide. Bumblebees buzz by bringing brief bliss, bobbing by bushes a beautiful kiss. Chatter-thwack clatters, clouds curling close. Chiffers and chirps chase cheer, nothing gross. Crumple clocks click, cowering in care. Chickaduff's chuckle is charmingly rare. Dippity-dop drips down in the dusk. Dandy-dots dance, dipping in dusk's musk. Doo-wop drops, drizzled and dim. Doodle dust drifts, drifting with whim. Eeky blue echoes, eerie and slight. Elderfluff's ease elevates the night. Every evening, ethereal air. Eddy whoosh envelopes everywhere. Fizzle fuzz floats, flickering free. Fipple fluff flutters, fanning the sea. Fuddle bloom's flicker is faint but fine. Flippity flop falls, fitting in line. Glimmer zip gleams, glowing a gleam. Glibbity gook gurgles a gentle dream. Grumpatoot grumples a grumble a growl. Glimmer fluff glows graceful as an owl. Higgledy-puff hums hopping along. Humming hands help with a heart full of song. Hoodle-doodle hugs hold hearts in their sway, hushing and healing the hush of the day. Iffle-woofs idle in soft sleepy snooze. Indle-dap dips into dreams' quiet hues. Ickle-paddle pats, painting in place. Imbaloo imagines a soft, silent space. Jabberwoo jingles, joyful and jolly, jittering joy in a jumbled folly. Jolly Doodle jumps, jittery and swift. Jabberwisk's joy is a gentle gift. Clopple breeze kicks, kissing the sky. Kinkledrift keeps the kite flying high. Cuddlefluff curls kind in the cold. Climberspin kicks as the night grows old. Lobbity-dum laughs, lightly and loud. Lollipop's lull is wrapped in a cloud. Lingle-swish leaps, lapping the light. Lunacy's lull drifts soft through the night. Mizzle-ploop murmurs, making its mark. Muddle-drum moves in the mood of the dark. Mumble-puff's mist moves, muffling all sound. Moonflick's murmur melts, melting all around. Noggle breeze nips never too near. Nibble dash nods, nesting in fear. Nodder whiz nods, napping anew. Nurple glows nuzzle, a dreaming view. Ooply-doo's oasis, opal and odd. Ossel dust sways as the sky turns to God. Ogglefluff's orb oscillates with ease. Owl-shoot wings offer old-fashioned peace. Piddler zip puffs passing the path. Puffery drift paces, parting the wrath. Plippity-blop pops, pleasing the night. Puddle whiskers pink, play with the light. Quibbly zip quirks, quiet and keen. Quimble flicks quiver, in quiet serene. Quaddle tap quivers, quick and soft. Quiver breeze quells the air, turning it off. Ribble drop ripples, resting in rest. Rattle whip's ripple is regal and best. Ringly Bing runs, rolling with the rhyme. Ringly Bing runs, rolling with rhyme. Ruffle breezes rest will rattle in time. Shimmer spark swirls, sweet as the sea. Shrubble dashes shimmer shines simply and free. Swiffle clop stumbles, steady and sound. Sugar nap shimmers and sleep wraps around. Tumble flick taps tumbling through time. Tittle drop twirls tracing the rhyme. Tweep hoot twirls teasing the sky. Tingle glow twirls telling you why. Uffle bloop's ululation unwinds. Unseen fluff stirs in the silence that binds. Umply dash ushers the unusual air. Uppy puffs upward, a whisper so rare. Vibble swish veals visiting the veil. Vadoosh flutter vanishes without fail. Vimbleflick's vision vivid in view. Vibraswoon veils of velvet hue. Whiffle whoosh whispers, winding its way. Wobble puff sways, wanting to stay. Wobble dream winds, weaving through night. Whirly lull hums, wrapping it tight. Zoddle whisper, Xanadu bright. Zimble flash explodes in the light. Zingler mist zips through the air. Zoom swish zips with no care. Yipperfluff yawns, yielding to sleep. Yibbletap tickles, drifting too deep. Yumplepurr yearns for the light of the sun. Yarn breeze wraps up the journey begun. Zizzlepuff zaps, zooming afar. Zimbletoon zings, as soft as a star. Zitter swish zips and zeros the tune. Now you're asleep under the moon. The Pattering Parade of the Plumply-Puffs. In the periwinkle pastures where purple petals play, the Plumply-Puffs prance in a precise pretty display. Their paws pat the path with a pleasing quiet pace, pushing past puddles, a peaceful placid race. With their puffy plush tails and their pale precious eyes, they prance on the plains under pastel pink skies. The pitter-patter of feet in the purest of places, they pirouette softly in circular traces. The peaceful breeze blows with the perfect pure tune, whistling and whooshing like whispers of the moon. The Plumply-Puffs pause to peruse the pale flowers, each petal a poem that the moon softly powers. Diddle-paddle the puddles flicker and pop, as the Plumply-Puffs plop on their pillows to stop. Their paws pat the petals, their plumes sway and swish, while the plumper of them preens their precious dish. Pine trees perch in the plushy, pretty glen. Pine cones plop softly again and again. A playful wind picks up a petal or two, sending them twirling in paths that are new. The pale pink path, it winds and it weaves under the prickled and patchy plum-leafed eaves. The Plumply-Puffs puff and they prance with great pride, parading in patterns with paws opened wide. The pitter of rain starts a playful patter, like the plips and the plops of a polished platter. It pours and it puffs, but the Plumply-Puffs prance, paddling through puddles in a perfect dance. They pass a pond where the plop of a fish presents the perfect ripples, a playful swish. The Plumply-Puffs pause and their paws gently press into the moist earth, a precise, peaceful bless. Pop, pop, they say as the plumberries drop, plump and purple from the prickly-tipped crop. They pluck them so carefully, their paws soft and neat, placing the berries in piles at their feet. The pale, perfect moon rises past the peaks. It gleams and it glows as the Plumply-Puffs seek the best places to nap, to rest, and to purr. Their paws and soft petals, a sweet, sleepy blur. The purr of the puffs is the purest of sounds, a precious little hum that surrounds. With pillows of petals and plushy pale leaves, the Plumply-Puffs nap and the night softly grieves. A puff of a breeze brings the scent of the pine, with the perfect perfume of the pine cones divine. They slumber in silence, their paws placed in peace, as the pale stars above never seem to cease. Their paws twitch in dreams, a pattern a play. They paddle through puddles in a peaceful ballet. The plushy clouds float as the Plumply-Puffs doze, their pillows of petals the perfect repose. A soft pitter-patter begins with the dawn, as the Plumply-Puffs stretch and the night is withdrawn. The plumes of their tails so plump and so pure rustle and swish as their paws softly stir. The path before them is piled with the plums, the perfect little fruits that the morning hums. The Plumply-Puffs pluck, placing each in their pack, their paws patting softly with each little clack. They pass by the purple puddles, a picturesque sight, where the Plumply-Puffs pause and admire the light. The moon and the sun play their perfect duet, and the Plumply-Puffs parade is not finished yet. The petals of flowers brushed past their paws, as they pirouette gracefully, dancing with cause. Their plump little feet in perfect time, with the quietest rhythm, a soft, steady chime. The pebbles, they glitter, the path they now tread, as the Plumply-Puffs march with paws lightly spread. They pass the prickly pears and the pine cones so proud, their paws patting softly, creating a cloud. The pale air is pregnant with peaceful refrain, as the Plumply-Puffs pause and inhale the soft rain. The plums that they pluck from the trees in their path are perfect for snacking, a sweet, peaceful bath. The breeze, it is placid, a puff of delight, with petals that pirouette, floating in flight. The Plumply-Puffs pass, their parade never ends, a perfect procession with paws that transcend. The stars in the sky are perfectly placed, their pale light illuminates with a shimmering grace. The Plumply-Puffs sleep as the night pulls them near, purring in patterns, a soft, gentle cheer. Pillows of petals surround them so tight, their paws softly patting the perfect respite. With puffs of contentment their tails curl and bend. The parade of the Plumply-Puffs gently ends. And there in the quiet, with paws tucked in tight, the Plumply-Puffs rest under the soft moonlight. A patter of paws, a puff in the air, a perfect procession, a parade full of care. Soft steps to somewhere. Step, step, shuffle the sand. Fingers press lightly, dust in my hand. Echoes of nothing, whispers of more. A door in the distance, or was it a floor? The wind hums round in ribbons and loops, a sound like a whisper or someone with soup. Steam curls upward, a flickering thread. It smells like a memory I almost once read. Drip, drip, patter and fall, something is ticking or nothing at all. Soft little hums in a feather-light ring, the sound of a sound that is thinking of spring. There's a clock with no numbers, just blips and plunks, and a chair that remembers the weight of old trunks. A hallway of murmurs that tiptoe away, and a window that watches but only by day. Creak, creak, crinkle and hush, fingers on glass have the softest of brush. On glass have the hum turns to sleep. The words start to wander, they scatter, they sweep. The air is a shimmer, a rustle, a sigh, like pages of books that forgot how to lie. I follow the footprints that circle then bend, a path to the start that pretends it's the end. Tap, tap, the ceiling is low, or maybe the floor is beginning to grow. A cloud in a pocket, a whispering beam, a thought that unravels, a soft folded dream. The wind hums round in ribbons and loops, a sound like a whisper or someone with soup. The clock with no numbers is ticking too slow, or maybe it isn't, it's hard now to know. Step, step, shuffle the sand, sleep comes easy, dust in my hand. And that's the end of tonight's journey. There's no need to remember a single word. Just let the sounds linger as you drift deeper into rest. And if you're somehow still awake after all this, well, that's impressive. But maybe just let your eyes close and pretend you're asleep. It still counts. If you enjoyed this and want more soft, sleepy nonsense, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. That way I can bring you more dreamy words to fall asleep to. But for now, just breathe, settle in, and let sleep lead you to a dream. Good night.